This week, diagnosing the problems and some of the parts we're going to need. Our Splendide Washer Dryer has been a good washer for us, but the dryer part of it has never really worked. Recently, the washer has been giving us some problems as well, and last week we took it out of the cabinet so I could run tests to see what was wrong. In doing research on repairing this machine, I found that Splendide created training manuals, parts guides, and troubleshooting guides for not only technicians, but also for consumers. Links to these documents are in the description below. I used these documents to help identify some of the issues. The first thing I had to do was set up temporary connections for the washer so I could examine the way it worked and what it was doing when it went into error mode. To do this, I used short hoses on the valves and connected the washer's hoses to these. I put the connections in a bucket in case there was a leak. I ran the drain hose to the kitchen sink, and I used a wet rag to keep it in position. And then the power came from a plug under the cabinet. With everything connected, I opened up the top of the washer by removing the 2 screws from the back of the washer, then tilting it up from the back and sliding it back. There's a ground wire that connects a metal shield under the top that just disconnects. With the top off, I could identify the parts to check. This is a pressure switch that tells the system what the water level is in the machine. I think this was part of our problem. The tube that comes up from the bottom sometimes will get plugged and not allow the pressure switch to work. I used canned air to blow it clear, and this seemed to help. This is the heater for the dryer and the fan motor. I checked the continuity of the heating coil and the ECO switches that protect the heater from overheating. What I found is that one of the ECO switches had failed, so I need to get a replacement for that. The rest of the parts of the dryer seem to be working as they should. Down there at the bottom of the back of the machine is the controller module board. However, the access to it is from the back of the machine. To open the back, I removed the 7 screws that hold the back on. Then with the back off, I could examine the components inside the back of the washer. The belt drive, motor, and the access to the controller module board are all here. The module board also has a serial connection for Diagnostics, but that is a connector I don't have. The controller has a way of indicating what problems are happening by flashing this light when spinning the dial. The number of flashes indicates the issue. There's a chart in the training manual that gives the meanings of the flashes. This here is the bottom connection of the pressure switch for the water level. So what I've found so far is the ECO switch is bad. The water level pressure switch seems to have been having issues, but blowing it clear seems to have helped. Another issue I found was that the drain hose was way too deep into the standpipe, but this is a correction we'll have to wait until we put it back in the cabinet. Other than the heater of the dryer, the problems we've been seeing don't always happen, so we have to run more loads of laundry to see what was the problem. But we need to put the machine back in the cabinet, so we're looking at reworking the configuration of the cabinet to make working on the washer easier, at least removing it from the cabinet.
Thanks for watching our video. If you like what you see, press the like button below and subscribe. And also check out our other videos.